Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be doing a week 12 of our NFL giveaway. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, we are continuing our 18-week NFL giveaway. This is week 12. And I believe the next games that are up next are going to be this Sunday again. So I'm still managing to find teams that I haven't drawn yet that still play against each other. So hopefully I can keep that up. But yeah, so this game is on Sunday, so you have a few days to just woosah, and then Sunday to follow or at least check the highlights the next day to see if your team wins. As you may or may not know, I am doing an NFL giveaway. Each week on Tuesday, I post an NFL video with 2 teams on there, and you are to, I guess at this point, guess, unless you really follow, pick the team that you think is going to win. Again, these 2 teams happen to be playing each other, so one is definitely going to win and the other one is definitely going to lose unless there's some sort of weird tie, which is a whole nother story. But anyway, all right, so for today, I'm going to be doing the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. The voting is open till the end of Wednesday. I will be closing the voting the end of Wednesday Eastern time, or at least until I wake up the next morning if I don't forget. But I will only count the votes that make it to the end of Wednesday. And then at the end of the season, I will we'll take a look at the standings. Each week I'll post a standing as to where everybody is in their votes. Whoever makes the most correct selections for the season will win the giveaway. There's going to be 2 winners, and there's going to be the a nail winner and then a craft winner, because I have 2 different kinds of viewers on this channel, which I'll be fixing at some point. But for now, I had mentioned in the last video, please identify what kind of viewer you are, meaning what kind of giveaway you want to win. So if you want nail items, just put a nail emoji, and for the craft people, if you want craft goodies, then put a ball of yarn emoji. I did peruse through the last video's comments, so I have seen some of you guys put down your emojis. Feel free to leave it as many times as you want. I am going to take note of that. Or you don't have to again, but I just at least need to know which way you're going with that. So each winner, whether it's a nail winner or a craft winner, they're going to get a bunch of goodies along with a gift card, as well as a 1-hour StreamYard virtual session with me. If you're having any nail or knitting, crocheting issues, we can sit one-on-one and work through that. Or if you are inspired to or already have a channel and need some advice, we can also sit for an hour and we can, brainstorm some things to kind of help you get a little bit further along in your channel. I've been doing this for almost 5 years, or maybe 5 years. I don't even know at this point. I started in August 2020, so whenever that is. I guess we already passed 2025 in August. What year are we in? Oh goodness, this is not good. All right. Okay, yeah, we definitely passed August. So this channel is about 5 years old. So I've definitely picked up a few things along the way. I am piloting a channel that I am keeping under wraps for now. That is definitely doing a lot faster than this one. when I started, so that's good. But anyway, maybe I might have some ideas that could help you. But anyway, let's talk about the Giants. There's not much to say, so. All right, New York Giants. I don't like this name because they play and practice in New Jersey, and New York just, tends to consume everything and call it their own. So, whatever. Anyway, so the Giants, well, they're kind of going through some quarterbacks at the moment. We've got Jackson Dart. There was Russell Wilson. I see they got like Jameis Winston, but I don't know him very well. But anyway, and the Giants are part of the NFC East division. They play among the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders. Some of you guys know this already. And in case you didn't know, they are last place in their division. Whoopee. I'm sorry, I'm horrible, aren't I? I don't think there was a moment of time. Maybe when Kurt Warner was the quarterback, I liked the Giants, but not enough to like call them my team. I always followed Peyton Manning, so wherever he was, I was a fan of. But yeah, I'm just the oddball Jersey girl that doesn't like, I think if there was any Jersey team that I liked, it's probably the Jersey Devils, and that's probably, a long, long, long ago thing. But anyway, let's talk about the stadium. So they play at MetLife Stadium, and this is, again, located in New Jersey, East Rutherford. This is actually a place that you should go to. I actually played in the stadium beforehand. In high school, I was in the marching band, and we did have competitions there, so that was fun. And I've been to the new stadium to see a bunch of games, always fun. But now they have that American Dream or Dream Mall. I don't know the name. I want to go there, but haven't. One of the things you have to know is that place is so congested. It's in the Meadowlands area. There's a lot of stuff in that area, so I do recommend that you go, but it's like one of those things where maybe you should stay nearby, so you don't have to go too far. There are other great places in North New Jersey, but yeah, definitely check out the stadium as well as the mall, because I hear there's like a ton of fun stuff there. I mean, obviously shops too. But anyway, yeah, so that's that. And when I did this state map, I did include New Jersey like I did with the Jets, because like I said, they're calling themselves New York, but I feel like they're more New Jersey because they play and practice there. But I think the Jets are really the team that belongs to New Jersey. It just was, again, kind of consumed by New York. Anyway, all right, so the Lions is up next, and maybe there's a little bit more to say about them. So, just a little bit. All right, well, their quarterback here is Jared Goff. He's been around for a while. And I think I liked the Lions years ago when there was a different quarterback, and he's on the Rams now. And so I guess I don't really like the Lions anymore. I'm a player fan, so I try to stick with teams, but I can't. I like to move around. But anyway, the Lions play for NFC North, and they play along with the Bears, the Packers, and the Vikings, and there may be some of you that know this. But what you may not know is that they are second to last place in their division. So slightly better than the Giants. But anyway, they played in Ford Field, and this is in Detroit, Michigan. So they actually play where their team name says they're from. So, I like that kind of a deal. But let's talk about design. So in the design, I skimped out on the bling because I used that beautiful reflective blue for the giants, and I was a little disappointed because I have all my polishes on my desk that I used for the NFL teams. I'm still in the process of making them all pressed on sets. I just haven't had the time, you guys. It's crazy. And I accidentally like tipped over a bottle, looked at it, and it was that beautiful like royal blue reflective glitter. I was like, oh, that would have been so much better if I used that one for the Giants than I did the other. I mean, they're both beautiful, but I think that more royal blue kind of matched the team better. So, oh well. Now the lines, I love their colors. That Born Pretty metallic paint gel came out really nice. It has this kind of matte quality to it. So I really like that. And then I wanted to find a solid color that matched the Lions team, but I just saw this Holiday Lights Cat's Eye. That was close to it, but I think I like it because it definitely brings out the bling. So this is why for both teams I figured bling isn't needed. There's already components to each set that kind of make it stand out on its own. As you can see, I'm playing around with the cat's eye. I really need to do like a short or a video really activating these metals. I know some of us struggle with trying to get these done. Now, I'm not a master at this thing. All I know is I know how to activate it and make it really pop. And on the stiletto nail, it's so long and so pointy that I'm trying to make it all even, as you see here. And I'm even using a second magnet to help it push along, but it's just not getting fully activated in that center. So it's really frustrating, but I think maybe I'll do like a video on maybe a medium length. Oh, look, definitely screwed that up. On a medium length or even a short nail, I don't know. But it's fairly quick and easy to activate the metals once you get it. It's just hard to manipulate it into areas you want it to be if it doesn't want to be there. So with the rest of the nails, I'm just base coating this because I want to protect that metal. So one thing I've noticed with the Born Pretty metal gel paints is once you put that on there, and let's say you nail cleanse it for whatever reason, like here I'm drawing, if I messed up, I would have to nail cleanse it. For some reason, when you nail cleanse it, you're gonna wipe it off, like whatever you're doing, like this. You're gonna get this thick kind of like silver on the wipe, and it's kind of eating away at the metal. Because when you look back on the nail, it looks like you kind of removed all that nice luster, silver luster on there. And I've noticed that with these pots, these gels. So I recommend that if you use the Born Pretty metallic paint gels, once you set it down there, seal it. So I just sealed it with some base coat in case this lion, I don't think I had to erase anything really, but I was just worried that if I didn't make it correct, I would have to cleanse it with some nail cleanser, and I knew that was going to eat away at my background, and I didn't want that. So definitely protect it. All right, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I'm actually cringing at doing the rest of the nails for this set because this mascot by far was the hardest for me to do. It's fluid, but I guess it's so fluid that I can't like put a grid on it. Like in my previous videos, I mentioned that if you want to draw and replicate a cartoon character or whatever, put an imaginary grid and then put the same number of columns and rows of this grid on the nail, and then all you do is draw the same thing you would see in that square. It's just a different size, obviously. And when I was kind of picturing this, I couldn't put a grid down. I don't know what's up with this lion, but I just could not. And so at this point, I'm just really kind of hoping that I get proportions right by line. So like the hairs, the arm, the elbow, like just trying to look at landmarks on the lion to make it look proportional to itself. And yeah, I just didn't have a fun time. And knowing that I have to do more nails of this mascot is kind of freaking me out because you have to make it look the same. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. But here I am pulling off the lion. It's not looking that bad. It's very close up. I start these nails thinking I'm going to fit the whole mascot in the thumbnail, considering the thumbnail is the largest nail you can imagine in a set. And I'm like, okay, I've got all this nail estate. It's going to fit in here and this and that. And then I start drawing and I'm like, whoa, I drew this thing way too big. And then rather than kind of undo it and redraw it, I'm like, no, just keep it on. That's basically what I did. So for all of them. So for all of them that did not fit on the nail, that's kind of what happened. But the funny part is I had every intention on making the whole mascot fit inside the nail. So how does that not translate in execution? I don't know. Anyway, so it kind of works out. For both sets, I did do the helmet stripe. They do have a stripe on their helmets, and I find that so much better if their helmets kind of give me design direction, because otherwise I would probably redo the background colors altogether and maybe do some glitter. I like to have my little pop of color or glitter somewhere, so I think that would have been different. But I'm glad it all worked out. I'm really liking that somehow each week there's a theme to both sets unintentionally. So these two sets, even though they're completely different teams, they're pretty much the same in design. And that's just how it ended up working out. But here is the New York Giants set. Let me know what you think. Look at that reflective glitter. I've shown this before. It's just loud and proud, and I love it. I guess the darker tone of the blue works because, you want something flashy, but not too flashy. So, and their logo's pretty easy. I wish it could be straighter. My lines weren't, completely crisp, but not too shabby. And then this wasn't hard either. Just, big fat stripe of, of the red. Gotta love it when the design's really simple. Especially since I've definitely overloaded my life for the next couple months. I cannot believe this was a fun idea, but I'm really punishing myself at the moment with all of these teams. But yeah, and I love that I did the pearlized. So the pearlized background kind of goes along with the lion's accent nail, because that is cat's eye, but it has that kind of metallic pop. I don't know. So let me know what you think about this set. And then last but not least, we have the lions. I actually chose these are the long stilettos. If you're a lion, you've got to have them claws, right? So that's what I did. And I love how that cat's eye just turns on and off. And that background silver from Born Pretty, can't go wrong with that. So, this is my dreadful lion that I'm going to have to do a number of times on other nails. So definitely not looking for that. But it came out really nice. I'm shocked, really. Because to me it looked like a blob that wasn't working out. And then eventually it did. So really happy how that turned out. And then we've got some simple helmet striping on the other nails. I call them filler nails. But that's pretty much what they have on their helmets. So, and I'm really liking that, after doing all of these nails that my line work is getting straighter. And I'm getting better, a little faster at it. It still takes me a while, but I like when things get a little bit easier, especially with something tedious like that. And then last but not least, we have the state nail. We have Michigan there. The Great Lakes on the left. I just love that cat's eye. So amazing. But yeah, oh, and then I put little stars on both sets as to where the stadium is, just to like kind of indicate where the stadium is on each nail. It's a lot more subtle, but again, that's because we have this beautiful background on both sets. But yeah, that's it. So comment below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to put in your vote before the end of Wednesday. I'm so looking forward for this season to be over, just because not only will it be over, but I'm so excited to dump all my goodies and knowledge on you at any rate. And I wanted to go ahead and thank my Josieism Tier 2 members. Thank you for all your support. Go check out Sandra Sparkley's sets and check out Conjure Up Nails, as well as the Nail Genie SC. Also, thank you so much for my other Josieism members. If you would like, go check out the perks and become a member today. Thanks. Bye.